This next scenario is a very good quality technician LPSA in the field.
Hi there. How you
Hi.
doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Good weekend?
Yes, lovely, thank you. How was yours?
It was great. Very nice, thanks.
Good.
So tell me, what are you working on?
Well, the cleaner's been completed on this heat exchanger, so I'm hoping to return it to service.
So what kind of activities will this involve?
Well, I have to firstly air free with nitrogen, and now I'm going to start backfilling with crude on the tube side, so I'll be opening the tube side inlet gate valve here.
Okay, so tell me, what could go wrong with this activity?
When opening a valve, there's potential that I could hurt my hands with pinch points or potential to strain my back due to poor body position. Any personal injury of course would impact on my outside hobbies greatly. Our valve operations JLA that I've got here is a good reminder, so I'll make sure I read this before I start the job.
Great that you've covered personal safety in your LPSA, but how about process safety?
I'm using hydrocarbon hoses, which I will check to ensure that they're in date and they're structurally sound, but there could be a potential for a leak on the joint.
Okay, how about when assessing process safety, what's the worst that can happen?
There is a brittle fracture limit on the channel, so this risk could result in a potential failure.
And what would the consequence of the brittle fracture be?
It could be really serious. A brittle fracture would result in a catastrophic failure with a major loss of containment and a consequent fire, which could result in a Blevy scenario.
And how could that affect you? And how would it affect others working nearby?
It could leave me with life-altering burns and wounds. There are other maintenance teams working all around, and I would be responsible for what could be multiple fatalities, and this would of course change the lives of their friends and families.
Okay, so now we understand the personal consequence. How do you know you have the right knowledge to do this task safely?
Well, to analyse the task, I've ensured that the procedure lists out the safety critical steps associated, and they're all up to date, and I've got a copy down here.
Great. You have the procedure and you're working your way through that. Well done. What else can help you in the analyse step of your LPSA?
Well, I've been trained in brittle fracture, and SLS recently carried out a brittle fracture OCVM with me.
Excellent. And how did the OCVM go?
Yes, overall it was really good, thank you. There were sadly some vessels I couldn't recall the exact pressures and temperature limits on, so I followed up to find out and let the SLS know.
Great. So when you're looking at the temperature and pressure on this exchanger, how are you going to go about it?
I've ensured I carry a temperature gun, and I've got one here. And I've also fitted a new pressure gauge so I can monitor and confirm adequate temperature has been achieved before signing off the safety critical step in the procedure and introducing the pressure.
Fantastic. So you've identified brittle fracture as the process safety risk, which has a very high potential and would significantly impact you and your family if it went wrong. You're using the safety critical procedure, and in addition to the training, you recently involved in an OCVM. You've got the pressure gauge and temperature gun ready to confirm you meet the requirements of the procedure. This was a brilliant LPSA. I'd like to share this touch with the rest of the team when we sit down together this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you very much.